Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is Sunday afternoon, and because I don't have enough hours to get out to North Dakota and back in one day, I'm short by probably about 45 minutes to an hour for drive time. I need to get going on a Sunday, and my goal is to get going at about 3 o'clock, and I accidentally left the fridge running on the semi. So that means that my batteries were dead after 2 days. Not dead, but too slow to crank it off. So, and then especially with the, I don't know, sub-freezing temperatures overnight, it definitely didn't do it any favors. So right now we've got my dad's car hooked up to it. Trying to give it some juice because my pickup's at the shop getting worked on. And then I bought a battery charger and have that hooked to it. So hopefully let it sit here for a little bit and then get it popped off so we can get going. Well, she started. So we wanted to see. I have a coolant heater, so I ran that for a good 45-50 minutes, and then got some amperage in her, and now it's at about 13 volts, so should have enough to pop off. So we're gonna put this stuff away and then get headed out for the week. All right, guys, we're all strapped down here. I don't think I've ever put this many straps on a load in my life, but thus far. But I mean, there's all sorts of you can't see them here, but all sorts of sharp edges to put edge protectors on, and then just all sorts of little things to strap down, like bolt boxes and rubber. And you got to make sure all of your little parts are strapped down too. So this is quite the ordeal. It took me much longer than I was expecting. But now there's a couple tires on my trailer that I just wanted to check because they look, I mean, that looks a little bit low. I'm not sure, so we're gonna check. And I should put those quick checks on all these. I have enough of them. But we're at over 100 there, so that's good. And then just want to do the inner because you never know. Okay, there's that one. So I gotta go behind the tire and pull the little cap off. So and that one is also at 100. So unless I didn't get the air from the first one. So, nope, that one is at, I don't know if you guys can read it here. That one is at 100 as well. So we're good. I'm gonna save these caps and put a quick check on all of them. But other than that, all the lights worked and everything. Don't have it on right now, but as you can see, I mean, there's just so many parts to strap down here. I mean, and you don't want anything coming off. So, and like you can kind of tell up there, but those are all sharp edges. So you don't want to, that one might not be actually, but there's lots of sharp edges on this load, and we don't want straps cut. So, but it's all loaded, and this is the second load to Sutton, North Dakota. So we're gonna head up there tonight and sleep on the farm. Well, we were stuck behind a train here. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning or so, maybe actually probably 1:30. So yep, everything still seems to be tight, but just got off the highway in I-94, and look at that, the train's already through. So we're gonna hop back on this 2-lane and get to Sutton. Alright guys, it's even chilly in the cab. You can see my breath. It's kind of crazy. But it's about 25 degrees outside right now. And we just got unloaded and we're about to take off, but probably gonna PC back to Fargo and eat at a alien restaurant that I've always kind of wanted to check out, but never had the chance of going to. So there's a Pilot just across the road, so we'll probably go park there and walk over to the restaurant. Well, made it to Fargo, and turns out Space Aliens restaurant is closed on Mondays, so not ideal. But there's a Petro, and they've got a bunch of different stuff, Philly cheesesteaks, Papa John's, and Popeyes. So there's some options here. It's a pretty nice truck stop. So I think I'm gonna try Charlie's. I've never had that before. They've got some interesting cheesesteaks. There's a Kentucky bourbon one on advertisement. So I think we're gonna run inside, and it's a pretty nice place inside here. So we're gonna go in, but yeah, they've got, if you ever need to come to a truck stop, this one's a pretty nice newish one. All right guys, truck is running, pre-trip is done, and I'm about to head out. So the plan now is I got a call from a friend that they've got some straw to haul from northern Minnesota to their farm. So I'm gonna go grab that on my way back to the Twin Cities. And yeah, I'm gonna hit the road and get out of here. bad news. We could only fit 3 bales high because my straps were too short. So we did not get enough in. But we're gonna head down to Hastings, Minnesota and drop all these. And then I can go load for Kentucky in the morning. So nice finish to the day. Can't complain about something like this. And being out in farm country is great. Love it. Good morning, guys. Gonna get loaded to go to Kentucky. So got it back in the building today and get loaded with the product. So, well, it's been kind of a long day, but didn't make it too far. Got loaded this morning up in the Twin Cities, Minnesota, and then had to run and get some straps and things like that, because on some of this equipment that I'm hauling now, it's a little bit different than other stuff. So I needed short straps, so I went and bought some yellow ones that I don't really care that much about, to use as tie downs for that. And then went to the gym and did some cardio up there. And then now I'm in Iowa City, Iowa, obviously, and just did some weightlifting and core stuff. So didn't have much to eat today, so kind of tired. But the plan is tomorrow to make it all the way down to the western part of Kentucky and deliver this thing on Thursday, which is in 2 days from today. So we got time. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna hit the gym again for some cardio, but right now I think I'm gonna take a nap here in the parking lot. Well, just got done doing the cardio session here in Iowa City this morning. You know, one thing I don't say enough on the channel here, but really important, is when sometimes there's times you want to give up on not on your goals, but on the things that'll take you there. And it's really important to not do that. Yesterday, I guess the last 2 weeks, I really haven't been to the gym much, and have not been eating the greatest like I had told myself I would. So got back into that yesterday, and gonna keep going. But it's really important not to quit working towards your goals, because that really will make a difference in the long run. But right now, working on the pre-trip, checking out all the lights and straps and everything like that. Yeah, this year I've only had to replace like 2 lights so far, and last winter it was like 2 a week on all these little shipping lights here. So, doing pretty good. Before I'm leaving, I decided I'm just gonna get something that I've wanted for quite a while, but haven't wanted to spend the money on. But you know, sometimes you gotta treat yourself, I guess, or just continue working towards your goals. And one of my goals is to get better at fitness, get better at trucking, and get better at being able to provide good videos for you guys. So with that being said, I am at Best Buy here before I take off. Gonna go in and get something cool. All right, guys, I open in about 10 minutes, but I figured I'd tell you a story here while we're waiting. I don't typically like to go to Best Buy because one time they threatened to call the cops on me because they thought I stole a PS3. I was in the return line returning something. I can't remember what it was. But the manager thought that I had stolen a PS3 about 3 weeks beforehand, and I had no clue what she was talking about. So she kept asking me questions and I was answering them. And then she kept threatening to call the police because she said I was lying. And I was like, I have no clue what you're talking about, lady, but I guess, I mean, call the cops. I mean, we're here, you know. I didn't do anything wrong. And eventually she was asking questions about my sister, and I'm like, I don't have a sister. I don't know what you're talking about. And yeah, so ever since then, I've kind of not liked shopping at Best Buy. Just because I feel it's not the greatest practice to threaten your customers of calling the police. But yeah, we're here today, and they're one of the few stores that carry what I'm looking for. So let's wait a few more minutes and head inside. All right, we are leaving Best Buy in Iowa City, and I picked up the DJI Mini 4 Pro. So looking forward to getting some shots. What's really cool about this drone, or about the more modern drones, is that it has active tracking. And if you don't know what that is, what I'm hoping to be able to do is set it up to follow the truck. So like if I'm on a dirt road or something like that, I can get some aerial footage of the truck rolling down the road, and it'll fly itself. So that's kind of why I decided to buy it. I had an old drone and the controller broke, and I haven't used it in about 2 years. So yeah, well, I'm gonna hit the road, grab some fuel, and then make it down towards Kentucky. So there should be, I'll probably stop somewhere on the way and grab some video. So see you in a bit. All right, guys, this is kind of an interesting ordeal. Down by Hickman, Kentucky, the only way to cross the river is a ferry, which was closed. So I'm gonna have to go about 2.5 hours out of my way to make it to the job site. So right now we're running on this little cow path, 2-lane road, no shoulder, very, very tight and narrow. You know, it's really interesting when you get down into some of these Kentucky, Tennessee areas where the roads are not like they are in the Midwest. They're not wide. You know, because of the snow that's up north, and the landscape, it's a lot different up there. Everything's wider. But yeah, I'm gonna follow this around. It sounds like because the ferry's closed, it's about a 2.5 hour detour, because of this cow pass and everything else. So we'll make it there tonight, but it'll be pretty late. So hopefully everything goes well. Well, this sure is interesting. In that whole ordeal, took a little bit of a wrong turn. I'm now having to back up on state highways. Definitely a different part of the country here. But we're gonna get backed up, nice, wide, easy blind back. Can't ask for better there, and there's no traffic, nobody for miles. I mean, you can see that's the moon there, you know. Kind of tough to see, but yeah, it's the moon, and you know, you can see all the stars out here. know, it's absolutely nuts. Just beautiful. But I'm gonna get backed up and gotta head down that way. So, all right, guys. Well, we have made it to Hickman, Kentucky. Sun has risen, so it's a good day. But yeah, it took about an extra 2 hours last night to get here. So actually almost 3. I was planning on getting here about 6:30 and didn't get here until about 9:30. So added about 100 miles to the route, which is not ideal, but sometimes that type of stuff happens. So we're at the farm, at the job site here, and I'm sure it's all going by the bins over there. So I'm gonna see what's going on and meet the guys that are here, and we'll catch up in a bit. All right, guys. Well, I figured this was a good spot probably to do the drone unboxing. So we'll open it up here and see what's in the box. I don't know what I'm expecting. The last drone I had was a Phantom 4 Pro, so it's, I mean, huge. You know, the case was just big. So this is definitely a different animal. Comes with a nice carrying case. So open it up, and you're supposed to be able to charge these batteries in the truck. So we'll see if that's possible or not. And, it does not come with a SD card, I guess, so I'm gonna have to go check that. And the memory card goes right there in the bottom of the controller. So I'll be right back and grab one of them. There we go. Alright, so here's the controller. Definitely smaller than the last one I used. There's a built-in screen, kind of nice. Got a nice protective thing for the propellers. Bad thing, we gotta charge it before we can use it, so I guess. Well, I went to plug it in, the batteries are pretty dead, so we'll see how long it takes to charge in the truck here, but won't be flying it this morning. Well, the crane or a truck broke down bringing some support brackets, so we're gonna go grab some food in the local town here. Got in their little farm pickup.
All the way on 94.
like these small little towns though.
Yeah, person just has to take time.
And you got the old rundown little gas station there that's broken apart.
She's going straight ahead.
Yep, keep going.
I got that truck's coming kind of fast. He's got a stop sign, but I wanted to make sure he was.
And the Harvest Kitchen right there. So we'll run in there and eat. Diner looks nice though.
Oh, this looks so good. So good.
It's all homemade. Well, that was a good breakfast, and we're about to head back to the job site. But if you ever make it to Hickman, Kentucky, definitely stop in at the Harvest Kitchen. Family owned and operated, and very nice people. Well, I guess whether it's a pickup or a semi, there's always issues. The key won't turn. Maybe it's one of those Chevy ignition issues.
I get looking around. I gotta make sure I see the stop signs. Sometimes I'm looking at everything but. Hickman.
You got more of that steel cable rebar. Yeah, here in Hickman, Kentucky, they've got a kind of a remembrance deal for the people that were at the Twin Towers when that fell. Kind of interesting where they've got the names and the bricks, and very cool town. Definitely glad that I was able to come here.
Boy, they had a decent roof rafting.
Yeah.
Man, that had to be a tough job.
Yeah.
Putting that, and then they used that wire. Boy, that's quite a drop, isn't it?
Yep.
The rock alone, tons. Isn't that something? And I wonder if that's what they're doing here.
I would imagine they're going to. Where does it end?
This is tar spray.
So it stops right there.
That is quite a...
Yeah, this looks all fresh dirt. You know, and that rock doesn't look old. It doesn't look weathered or aged. You know? It's kind of interesting. Yeah, what's kind of interesting here is, look at this. This isn't wood. This is concrete. These boards are not boards. That is concrete. And what Hank was saying there is that the rust jacking from the rebar will cause the concrete to crack, and that's what you're seeing there. Wow, this is definitely an impressive area. We've got all these red brick houses that they say private property, no trespassing, but
that is such a...
nature's kind of taking them over. You know, and that was somebody's house one day. Here you've got the levee. Hickman, yeah, I don't know what it is. Can't quite read that.
Like even this little house here.
Yep.
The way they lived at one time was a nice little home for someone.
I mean, somebody might even still be living there, I don't know. But it's kind of cool, that levee wall, how they've got it all painted and murals.
Boy, that's a long, much longer wall than I expected.
Well, the levee wall goes down that way, and it comes up here. This path, and oh, they've got some barge and barging equipment. The China. Kind of cool. Yeah, that thing is huge.
Big old set. Look at that. This doesn't look too old.
Right. Yeah. Nothing's rusted on it. That can't be very old at all. I mean, look at...
Why would it need... Well, to keep the water out.
Yep.
That seals up and...
Yeah, so it must get high here sometimes. So they must move stuff from a manufacturing plant in town somewhere to the boats.
Those look like
and then go down the river.
Type of marker. Kind of all he wants to lift the way it looks. 3 of them.
Alright guys, so I got unloaded here in Hickman, Kentucky, and I'm gonna head back home. Most of the loads on the board required tarps, and I don't have those yet, so I guess that's the next thing I'm gonna have to buy. But we're gonna head back, probably check the blind spot here, but we'll probably head back empty unless I can find something on the way. Alright, we're gonna do something kind of interesting right now and see if we can get on the ferry in the semi. bumped the bumper on the ramp. Trailer is definitely man, this is kind of interesting. Well guys, we fit on the ferry. We're getting our own trip across. No cars with us. So it's gonna be quite the trip. And guys, I would love to hear if you drive semi, or even if you don't, if you've done something really cool like this, drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear what type of thing you've done that probably you'll never do again, or never thought you would have the chance to do. So drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you. Well, we're coming out of the ferry here. Well, I was able to find a backhaul on this run, so that's good. So right now it's starting to snow here in Wentzville, Missouri, but we're gonna get loaded and get out of here and try to beat as much snow as we can. Well, on our way into Texas Roadhouse, I guess you can see here, there was some ice and snowstorm on the way here in Iowa. But the chains they're still tight after about 500 miles. So that's what we like to see. Kind of did the one chain is two chain securement today. So, but yeah, guess it's time to run inside. It's getting kind of cold. Well guys, part of the fun of owning a business is having to do accounting work while you're out to eat. So luckily, since we were able to get into Texas Roadhouse here, after about a 35-minute wait, gonna order some food and enjoy the work meal. Alright guys, well that's going to be a wrap to the week. The Skyjack is off the trailer and we're about to get washed. The drain was full, so they got to pump it out, but going to get washed before we go drop for the weekend because all of this snow and ice and salt, I like to keep off the steel. But it does look like a board got ruined while hauling that piece of equipment. So I'm gonna have to go get some new good wood to put there, but that will probably be next weekend's project because it is too cold this weekend. So I'm checking out, but as always, like and subscribe if you like the content. Definitely want to keep it coming, and yeah, appreciate everything.